Hey everyone, this is not the video I was expecting it to be or what I had planned. But I realized once, and usually when I try to plan things and do things my way, I overcomplicate them and I overshare and things get lost. So what I wanted to do is I just want to give you a very quick video on this idea of God has a name from Exodus 34. Let's jump right in. Exodus, it is a book about Israel, God's people, and they were slaves in Egypt. They were brick makers, and their value was determined by how many bricks they made every single day. But as you and I know as humans, our value is not primarily about what we do, but it is about who God is in us. To play the cliche, we are not human doings, we are human beings. All right, back to Israel. Israel, there was a guy, a prophet. His name was Moses, and he was helping to lead them out of Israel. And he was going to lead them out of slavery and into the promised land. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Drama, plagues, commandments, manna, water out of rocks, so much more. Read it for yourself. It's awesome. But Moses knew that this journey would be hard, and so he comes to God, and it says he had this great relationship with God where he could talk back and forth with him. And so he asked God, he prays and says, "Show me your glory." Simply, he is asking God to show him his beauty, his presence, and his character. In the Hebrew world, in the Jewish world, your name means things. Your name is your character. You either live into this name or you fight up against it for your entire life. I mean, this is why so many people have name changes in the Bible. All right, back to Moses and Israel and all of that. Moses wants to experience God. God says, "You can't fully see me, but I'll do you the best I can do." Or the best you can handle is more like it. And he goes, "I'm going to pass in front of you and you're going to see where I just was and I will proclaim my name." And so that leads us to Exodus 34, 6 and 7. And he says, God passed in front of Moses, proclaiming, the Lord, the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness, maintaining love to thousands, and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin. Yet he does not leave the guilty unpunished, and he punishes the children and their children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation. There is a lot going on here. But ultimately, this is God telling Moses what he is like. This is his name. It's long. It wouldn't fit on the monogram of God's t-shirt. But that's what I hope that we see and understand when we are studying this, is that just like Moses and Israel and the whole Bible, the whole story of the Bible, is that we see God and who he is. He never says that he will pull us out of life and make everything easy, peasy, lemon squeezy. No, his promise is, I will always be with you. And my character, my name, will always be the same. Editor Andy here, there was just one thing I missed that I had to say. This verse is the most quoted passage of scripture by the Bible in the Bible. Yeah, that's really cool. This is the John 3:16 of the Old Testament. Once you see that, you will see it everywhere. God always proclaiming his name and his character. Whether it's full quotes or smaller snippets or allusions, it's always there. There's some discussion questions to just read through and just get ourselves acquainted with this verse. And then we're going to break down each of those sections a little more in the upcoming weeks. Take care, my friends. I love you all. See you in the future.